neighbours, 2 designers and 1 handy Andy. Changing Rooms is ready to roll, and this week we're in Bedfordshire. Our first brave neighbours are Beverly and Yogesh Patel, who live at number 17 with their 2 daughters. And Carol and Jean Holmes live 2 doors down at number 21 with their 2 boys, Richard and Daniel. We've given them 2 days and £500. The aim is to create a dream room for each other. The reality can be a bit of a nightmare. Carol and Jean have an airy, spacious living room, but they feel it lacks a focal point.
Everyone comments that it's a nice room when they walk into, but they don't have to live in it. And I'm always cold. However high the temperature is, the central heating, I'm always cold in this room.
It's just a bit too plain and there's too many bits around. And
I like my bits. I quite like strong colours in the right sort of environment. I don't think they would particularly suit this room unless it was a strong, warm colour. When we first met, we used to like things like black ash and grey, white and red wallpaper. And then as you get older, you think, well, I'd never like pine things, because old people like pine, don't they? And then suddenly this bit of wood starts to creep in, and before you know it, everything's wood or...
That's laziness.
And magnolia, we always said we'd never have magnolia in our house, and
but it's not.
Is magnolia.
Soft apricot.
Well, it's magnolia, really.
Beverly and Yogesh love their antiques, but think their sitting room's too old-fashioned.
I don't really like anything in this room, apart from the furniture.
I don't like the wall colours and I don't like the floor.
Mock parquet floor lino. It needs a modernisation scheme on it. I like the French doors.
But we just recently had those put in. I'm petrified that Lawrence is doing our room because he's had some controversial ones. But Carol might rein him in.
Yeah, Carol will control him.
Poor Lawrence, that's 2 Carols to contend with. But no peeping over the garden fence over the next 2 days. Time to swap keys. Designers Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen and Graham Wynne are ready and waiting. Off you go!
Bye!
You said to me you wanted something that was slightly contemporary and ethnic.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
These really are the colours that we want.
Yeah, now these are
yeah,
exactly the magazines you showed me last time, which I took away. You're still keen
Yeah,
on this?
we like all the
definitely,
spice colours, the strong colours there.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think that it could really use a fireplace in here to take the attention away from the TV. Perhaps over on this wall, it'd be a really good idea.
I agree. I think we centred a really good-looking big fireplace on that wall.
Yeah.
And hide
big
the
and
TV
chunky.
and all that.
You don't want purple?
No,
you don't want
we
black.
definitely don't want purple or black, no, or bright reds or bright greens.
What do you want then? What do you want?
We want to feel something relaxing, something at the end of a stressful day they can come into their living room and relax. And after scouting around, we found a lovely picture on the landing upstairs, and I think it says it all.
Oh, she's lovely. She's really nice.
And the feel about
Pale,
the picture,
almost
absolutely.
coffee colours are really lovely. OK, colour, but what about you? What are we going to do here, architecturally?
Bash it up with a sledgehammer, rip everything out, get rid of the horrible bathroomy type fireplace. The door needs a bit of your magic dust sort of sprinkled over it.
Thank you. It would be very nice, very, very tasteful, very tasteful. If we did something to repeat the door shape on the other side of the fireplace, so it was a nice symmetrical view, you know, creating an architectural rhythm.
Something
along
a little
that
bit
wall,
fancy in the corners or coming down from the ceiling, yes.
No, don't go too far.
A little bit subtly.
Yeah, subtle. Yeah.
Oh, it's
subtle
not a word that you
tasteful.
can handle that.
Okay, these walls.
Now, Graham's so nervous of the concept of a spicy colour, he wants to experiment first.
Where the fireplace is going to go. You shove that on, and then I was thinking, rather than doing some really flashy paint finish, just bag it off.
He's added a glaze to the emulsion to slow down the drying time, but nothing can be as slow as Beverly and Yogesh making up their mind.
It's a bit peachy. It's very peachy.
This is what happens when you give people a choice, look.
You see, this awful textured wallpaper stuff, you know, leaves a terrible... Look at all that. We're going to have to sand all that off before we paint it, because otherwise it's going to be really yucky.
Ugh, what a horrible job. Obviously, Andy and Carol are far too busy to help. They've sneaked out to make screens.
No, Jean was saying to you absolutely earlier that he wouldn't trust me with a screwdriver. I have never picked up a power tool in my life.
Has he ever given you the chance though?
No.
He's never given you the chance though? Right. Cut a scallop off the end now, a nice little round at the top there, but what we first of all need is to get rid of this.
Right.
All right? Now we're going to do that with the old jigsaw.
Yes.
Now, what we're going to do is put a pilot hole in first. Now, pilot hole being a hole inside here, wider than the actual blade, so we can cut it out, yeah?
Right.
Alright, I'll tell you what. Have a look at that. Jean, eat your heart out, mate. Just go and just take it into him. Come on. Carol done that, mate. Never.
Yes, I
Fantastic,
did.
Top girl, mate. She said to me, she can't do your kitchen now.
Right, that's it.
I want a jigsaw for Christmas.
How many pieces?
Come on then, let's go. Come on.
Well, at least the orange team are cracking on. Next door, they've now mixed up 15 colours, and they still can't choose.
So it's a paint effect. Is it going to be the pink, the orange, the combination of two, the yellow? What is it?
Well, it's between 14 and
15. I like 15.
Yeah, I do as well, because that's got...
What's it then?
No, it's 15, right, come on.
15, thank goodness for that, because
Yeah,
it's nearly 1 o'clock. We're going to see it the first day. It'll be finished before you next door.
2 o'clock.
Well, these, you know the screens that you cut out earlier today?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
My straight lines.
Well, I'm just going to put this wicker on the back. This stuff is great. Can you hang on to that? I got this from a catalogue because it's normally used for chair seats. But I thought rather than just having yet another set of MDF screens,
I wasn't going to ask for
this is just going to be very simply stapled on at the back. These are going to be in front of the 2 heaters.
Right.
I mean, obviously they're going to have to move them when the heaters are on.
Very nice.
We're going to recover the sofa, but first we need to get it apart.
A lot of the way these sofas are constructed is underneath this dust cover.
It's a bit lethal.
Which I need to carefully remove, he says, ripping it off.
Because it's going back on again.
Yes. There should be a hole up the side of the arm with bolts. Attach it, which there are, to the main frame.
Sorry,
Did you just rip that?
No.
Oh look, they'll never notice.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Joe Public will never clock the thing. I think it's going to be a breech berth.
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ta-da!
The plaster's now smooth as a baby's bottom, and it's time to paint it. Plaster coloured.
This is the new Lawrence colour.
It's nice. It's a do-it-all colour called biscuit, or as I like to say, biscuit.
Because it's got a little
Sounds more
touch of
exotic.
pink in it, actually, hasn't
Well,
it?
it's much. Because I toyed with magnolia, but magnolia is very green. But as you say, this is quite pink.
What do you mean magnolia is very green?
There's a lot of green in magnolia. There is. Honestly.
Jean, there's a lot of green in magnolia.
I've never seen it.
I'm not sure Carol's convinced. Could it be she was a little worried about working with the great Llewellyn Bowen?
Not when I realised we were working with him rather than him working in our house. However, I'm probably getting a bit concerned now because if we're doing the calm one, that means Graham's doing the outrageous one down the road.
Well, I think the theory is fine, but I think the problem is we're getting this series of sort of shadow line boxes because it's taking... This is drying ridiculously quickly. It's so hot in here. But it'll be great, you know. Has to look bad before it looks good. And wait until our second layer of colour goes in.
Top girl.
And
I thought this was going to come up.
No, what we're going to do is we're going to put the floorboards straight on top of this, bit of panel adhesive. I think that's going to work really well because that's going to be very, very pale against the kind of biscuit coloured walls.
Nice colour, yeah.
What colour walls?
What are you going to do with those
Biscuit.
storage heaters, though?
Well, those screens you're making.
Oh, right.
Those are the
yes,
screens that
yeah.
go around the storage
They'll go
heaters.
around
Okay, well, let's just move this.
Look, you get that end, and I'll direct
It's like
it to
being
the
a
door.
mime artist. What?
Go on, lift your in, Randy.
Look, I'm trying. I'm just sort of reeling it.
I reckon, right? If we get a little bit of wood under each end.
Oh, don't be such a nonsense.
Oh,
just
if we
carry
you
it.
under that end and him under that end.
Come on. Look.
not be such a nonsense. Go on then.
I am the once and future king. Excalibur the water heater.
Should we be going to get that little piece of wood, shall we, Lawrence?
No, can you go and get the nurse?
4 o'clock, and Beverly and Yogesh have only just discovered how to get a colour they're happy with.
Well, no, the part that we've got
Yeah.
to the finish we like now, you went over with your paintbrush with the orange, but I almost wiped it off with a wet cloth.
Straight away.
So we took more away.
Right. It's working better now, isn't it?
Now, are you going to hate me forever? That's 137. If I suggest that we don't sledgehammer the pants out of this fireplace.
Not even a little bit.
No. And I think we can perfectly easily just build a sort of an MDF envelope to put it in, which is going to look like a fireplace. That's 15 deep. So, scurry away and build me a fireplace.
Graham's team are waiting for the orange to dry before they make their final decision. But at least they've got the expert to make their fireplace.
Sits on like that. This should be it.
Hey, that's what.
Aye. Is that good?
Yeah.
What are these?
Well,
Stupid question, probably, but...
There's going to be cabinets to put the hi-fi and the television in, and they've got a cut-out centre, the doors, and these are going to be held taut between the top and bottom of the cabinet door
In
and
rows?
a screening in rows.
Thinking much about your house?
No, actually, I haven't, because I hadn't had a thought for it. And I trust Carol and Jean completely.
And Lawrence?
I don't trust Lawrence at all, but Carol can put anybody in their place quite quickly.
Unless she fancies them.
But it's that hair. Yeah.
And when he says, oh, it'll be all right if it's green and purple and orange and yellow, she'll say, OK.
Yes.
That doesn't bother you?
And then I'll go round there and scalp her.
I don't know about Lawrence. If Carol's got a soft spot for anyone, I'd say it's Andy, her new DIY mentor. They're laying Lawrence's tongue and groove border, and Carol's finding out all about gluing and hammering things.
Oh, gentle on the end of it.
Yeah.
When you hit the nail, let it spin off like so you're going.
All right.
All right.
Hello. Hi. Oh, nice floor. Well, will be.
What are you doing?
Can I stand on it? Is that OK?
No, you can't, but you're already doing it anyhow.
Sorry, I have to... This
What
is
do you
really...
think of the room?
Well,
The walls.
It's a bit... kind of nothingy.
Bit tame. He's going to get his felt tips out tomorrow, apparently.
That's the biggest threat I've heard of making ages.
7 o'clock, and the sofas are taking forever, and they're not the only job left.
Well, end of the first day, how are you feeling?
I've got a few more hours yet. We've got to paint the rest of the walls.
I thought they were painted.
Well, they're too orange that we've got to tone them down and go over again with it yellow.
So that's going to take quite a long
Yeah,
time.
well, it could do.
By 9 o'clock tonight, you'll be cross-eyed.
Yeah, more like 12, I should think.
Day 2. It must be sofa piece number 12.
You ever done any upholstery before?
No.
You'll never do it again?
No. I'll never want to sit on this cream sofa, I don't think, either. I've seen too much of it. Mind you, cream sofa, 2 boys. Colour choice.
Won't last long anyway, will it?
No.
See, these are going to be the lovely wafty drapey curtains in a bit of muslin, and we're going to use this, which is it's called puffer, and you paint it on, and then you leave it to dry, and then you iron it, and it just puffs up. Yeah. So we're going to do something really pretty on the curtains, big and swirly. Go on, give it a go.
Anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere. Just keep it big and swirly.
Big and swirly.
Wow,
I'm
mate.
not very good at
mate.
swirlies.
That was excellent.
No, it's not. It's not round up.
No, but that doesn't matter. I mean, it's sort of
One in
impromptu.
there?
Yeah, go on, do a little one.
It's 11 o'clock and Graham's team are hard at work. He's asked Beverly to paint a series of abstract artworks. He's told the boys to make flexi-ply pillars for the fireplace, and that's left Graham free to attack the furniture.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Lawrence is working on more floaty curtains, using a polystyrene stamp and soak paint to stamp a design. Or not.
Get your feet off my curtain! That worked well, mate, didn't it? Why don't you try putting this on a solid piece of MDF?
I don't think that's going to make any difference. It's just not.
Why don't you try putting some stuff on there?
No, well, it is. The thing is, it's soaking in. It's silk paint.
Yeah, I'm trying to be helpful.
Okay. I'm just impressed that you know so much about soft furnishings as well as.
I don't, mate, but you obviously don't know much more than me.
Graham's adding the magic touch to the fireplace. A stone effect scrubbing in 3 different stony colours.
Oh, I've had enough. I'm out of here. Did you build that fireplace in there?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Of course it is. I've done it.
I didn't think you had it in yet.
Oh, Carol, don't say that.
I do. It's beautiful.
Talking of nice things in the room, what about the colour of the walls?
Yeah, it's quite strong, isn't it?
It's a bit fierce. I mean, I'm not saying it's horrible, but I'm not saying it's nice.
How many times have they painted it?
That's about number 5. So now that means that makes the room about ½ inch smaller because there's so many coats of paint on it. You know what I mean?
12 o'clock, and here comes the architectural rhythm.
Oh, you've just moved it now.
I didn't move it. No, you got
That's the fake door going in on one side, and out come the felt tip pens for the fake panelling going in on the other.
What is it? A screen?
Yeah, they're screens. They're portion of a screen.
They're hinged.
It's going to go across the whole window. We bought these from IKEA, I think, and we're going to end up stapling these.
All the way along.
It's a concertina going across the whole back window.
So you've got 10 more of these to get sorted and stained and dried. Sofas are still continuing. Do you think you can get all this finished?
All alone in the garden, Jean plods on with his fireplace envelope. But inside...
I've done a drawing, and as you can see, each line I've pricked out, you know, with a pin. But this is, you see, this is a very ancient Renaissance technique called pouncing. It's transferring a drawing.
How come you're the only designer I've ever known who knows these Renaissance techniques, Victorian techniques?
I should get out more, shouldn't I?
You should have, yeah, you should get out. Well, I think you come from another era. What's underneath then?
Right.
I want to see it. Take it off.
Let's take it off. Because you see, the drawing, there we go, has been transferred through.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All that work?
Yeah, it should do.
The dots?
It's moved around a bit, but you see, the idea is that then you just sort of join the dots up a bit like that. And I mean, you know, you can do it with a magazine image. I've drawn this, but you could do it with a magazine image very easily.
Where did the door come from?
The thing is that, you know, this was a really unbalanced wall because you had the door there and then the fireplace not quite in the middle of the room. So the idea was we'd build a dummy door just to balance it up. And it's something that they used to do a lot in old country houses.
But this isn't an old country house.
Right, they've changed their minds on what they want to do with this mirror. I mean, they asked for a gold one, now they want a wooden one. We've only got this. So can you rip it down for me, please, as a favour, to 4 inches wide? Because otherwise I'm going to have a minor rebellion.
With 4 hours to go, Lawrence has ditched his polystyrene stamp and decided to hand paint the curtains, which means his team have been left alone a bit too long.
Right, Jean, don't want to hear one more word about when this is going to be ready. There's a whole room we're doing, you know, not just a fireplace. When is it ready? It's ready now. Take it in. It must be ready now. Must be.
No.
Well,
It will be
quite
ready.
frankly, you're not pulling your weight in there.
No, it's
You're
nice
not.
out here, though,
You're
isn't
in
it?
here, swanning around in the sunshine. Oh, it's not going to... In.
I've made
now.
3 fireplaces.
It's the other Carol, you know. I'm not married to you. I can tell you off. Get in there now, that fireplace. Goodness sake. Is this it? That's it. 3 bits and you've been out here for 4 hours. Ridiculous. Let's just go in the top.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. Done.
Looks all right.
Terrific.
Right, Beverly and Yogesh have decided they don't like pale wood, so Graham's given them furniture wax to darken it all down.
Good job, Yogesh. Now you've done that one, can you just do this?
Right,
the
yeah,
mirror
just in
frame.
time.
And you've got Andy to thank for that.
Oh, lovely.
Lawrence,
Yes?
what am I doing here with an iron in my hand?
You'd be happier with a power saw,
Yes,
would
a jigsaw.
you? Well, come on. You know, Jean did the swirly bits. I think it's now your turn to really puff them up, because this is what happens. When you iron on the reverse, go on, throw the iron on there.
Right, okay.
And it should swell. Put it on for a, you know, a good, give it a good, you know, let's have a look at that one.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. I can puffer.
2 hours to go. The sofa's still not covered, and it's still in 18 pieces. Graham's getting a bit fraught.
Beverly?
Yeah?
Where are the rest of the beads for the doors?
That's it, that's everything.
What do you mean that's it? Can't be.
I threaded everything that was there.
What?
Can we have the chandelier back?
Can we have the chandelier back? What was the first thing you said to me when I came round to see you?
I think these look
said,
so nice.
whatever we do, we've got to get rid of the chandelier.
But I think these look so nice. I think that would look out of context because it's too modern.
I completely agree.
All right, let's have the chandelier back. He agrees with me.
That was a very constructive mutiny.
Right, how are you doing with it? What are you doing?
I'm just signing them.
Well, never mind that. You've got half an hour. You better get them into frames.
That way, up there, round, down. Come on.
Excellent.
Does it fit?
Made for the job.
Stop it.
I think we'll put it down here.
Let's do it in this corner here.
Bang on, mate.
Okay, let's go and find the, you know, the screens for the fires and these.
Yeah, we're still putting together this
Fabulous.
sofa. Yes!
Over there.
Pretty impressive.
Back to the window.
Time's up. When Carol and Jean come home, will they warm to their spicy sitting room? And will Beverly and Yogish like their new architectural rhythm? What seems obvious to me walking in here now is that you've really been sympathetic to Beverly and Yogish's own personal style and own taste, because a lot of these pieces of furniture are theirs anyway, aren't they?
Oh, they're gorgeous. I mean, it was just so fabulous working with such great quality antiques.
What did you spend all the money on?
Well, the most expensive thing was the floor, getting all this tongue and groove pine down. But I think that's made a really, really big difference.
And what was your best bargain?
Well, it was the tie-backs that I've used just up on the curtain poles there, and I think they're lovely. They're from Do It All. They're natural jute, and they were £13 a pair.
Lots of little techniques in this room, though, that you've applied.
There were quite a few.
Lawrence-ettes.
Yes, exactly.
What's your favourite?
I mean, I like the Pantone pens, which I've used to do the panelling, but also to do the little panels above the doors as well. I also like the wicker, you know, the wicker panels and the little screens. I think that came up very nicely. And the puffer stuff on the net curtains.
Oh, of course.
You know, the iron-on puffer.
Have you any idea how much you spent?
Not at all.
£494.20. I can't believe it. One, two, three. Open your eyes.
Oh my God!
That is magnificent.
I like the light fittings.
that's
That is really good.
Where's Lawrence? I want to kiss him.
I want to snog him.
This is brilliant. This is brilliant.
What do you see
a wooden
that's
floor.
different?
A wooden floor.
Wooden floor surround your carpet sunk
Well,
in.
it felt a bit funny when we walked across here.
Yeah,
'cause I
actually.
thought, what's this? It
Yeah,
feels really.
oh, I
awkward.
see. You've inset it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Look
really
at the
good.
curtains.
Fireplace.
Yeah, I'd liked the fireplace to have lost the grey.
No, but I think the grey actually goes with the outside.
It works in
It's
the
not too
room,
bad
but
because it
it's
works
just,
with the
it's
grey.
because
But it's a different
inherited. Well, it's not inherited. It was here.
Oh,
yeah,
this is a real shock.
Look at the
You
door.
could have done it a
Yeah.
bit better.
I don't think they could.
Look at that door.
I like the
better.
mock panels.
What about the other
yeah.
There's a fob.
Oh, got a new door. That's
brilliant.
really. period sort of thing, is it? It's like double doors, you know.
I tell you what, I hope that Carol and Jean like what we've done.
This was all really Beverly and Yoggish's idea, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, this wall colour thing, which turned into an absolute epic. But I have to say, I think it works very well.
I think it works very well too. I had my doubts at some point.
So did I.
Well. So what did you spend the bulk of the cash on?
Well, it has to be this flame retardant fabric for the three-piece suite. But wasn't it worth it, though?
Yes!
I mean, I think...
My heart swells looking at it.
This is pretty professional.
What was your bargain?
Well, I suppose one of them was the beads, which are about £2.30 for 100 beads.
I think this is a better bargain. This is outstanding.
I'm really proud of that. But of course, it's only cosmetic. I do have to make that point.
And the budget was £500, of which you spent £491.97.
Yes. Well, there we are.
Don't look so smug.
I am. I'm being very smug.
Open your eyes.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
This is unbelievable.
Oh my God.
That's fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That is absolutely fantastic.
It is. Wow.
Got railway sleepers on the wall. Carol,
I love it.
Carol,
It's
you've got
just
a fireplace.
Oh.
You've got a huge
You've got
fireplace.
a monster
How on
fireplace.
earth did they build that fireplace?
That Andy boy, he's very talented, you know.
Is
God,
absolutely-
it just looks like stone. It looks like something out of a medieval castle or something.
That's what I
That
said.
is
It's fabulous.
brilliant.
You know,
Absolutely brilliant.
I'm just speechless. I'm emotional.
You're going to go.
I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. I'm
Look at it.
And the pictures, who did the pictures?
They did the pictures.
Did they?
Yeah. What about the sofa?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Oh my goodness, yes.
I
This
know.
is our sofa.
Yep.
I think the boys are being banned from this room.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
That's the TV and video unit.
I was going to say where on earth is
Keep that all in there, and you can move it
TV?
around because it's, you know, freestanding. Just
Is it?
yeah.
That's
right. Oh, they're here.
What do you think?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, so
I can't believe you're an artist. And here, those responsible come in as well. And she's nice to match.
Come on.
absolutely
What do you think of it?
wonderful.
I still think mine's better.
We'll not forget this show in a hurry, the one where the people manage to actually tone down Lawrence and spice up Graham. Wonders will never cease. Join us again next week on Changing Rooms. Bye-bye.
It's the night to remember tomorrow night on BBC One EastEnders at 8. Next tonight, meet the couple who've invited Jeremy Beadle round for a celebrity sleepover. Shall I say that again?